Welcome to this week's edition of Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Chi-Chen Lo. In Taiwan's history of public transportation, March 9th, year 2008 would be a very important date because on that date, with the completion of the Red Line, Kaohsiung became one of the only two cities in Taiwan that had public rapid transit systems. And in the very brief period of 2 months, there have been more than 9 million people taking the ride. So how does the rapid KMRT change the lifestyle of people in Kaohsiung? And more importantly, how does it shape the future of Kaohsiung? In today's program, we are very delighted to invite Marian Zhang, Manager of Public Affairs at Kaohsiung MRT, to come to our program to share with her views about the retrospect and prospect of Kaohsiung MRT. Ms. Zhang, welcome to our program.
Professor Lo, good to be here. Hello, everybody.
Could you tell us the Red Line? And some people took the Red Line and were very impressed by the transportation system. Are you happy about the performance of the Red Line so far?
So far, it's very good. I'm personally very impressed, and I'm very proud of the whole team. Kaohsiung finally has a rapid transit system in place. It's been a long years waiting for the citizens of Kaohsiung and also from the other city citizens. They all feel that it's so convenient. There is a big change for the transportation system, and it's so new and so beautiful.
That's right.
Right. So now is millions of passengers have taken the MRT ride in Kaohsiung, not only experiencing the hardware facilities and quality, etc., but also the feel, the warmth and hospitality given by the whole team of the KRTC, my company, Kaohsiung Rapid Transit Corporation, and also the hospitality given by the city itself.
That's right.
Everything seems just so cheer up. It's something they have been looking forward to for a long time. And finally, their dream has been come true.
How long is the Red Line and how many staffs do you have now?
So far, we have about 1,200 staff working in KRTC. And most of them are the station staff and maintenance engineers. At this moment, there is an open red line, and there is about 28.4 kilometers, starting from the south, the Shaogang, and all the way up to the north of Kaohsiung County, Qiaotou. So with such this is actually not a full, comprehensive network of a rapid transit system yet. So we are hoping that there will be more extensions of the MRT to be built. For example, the Circle Line or the further extensions up to the northern part, let's say Tainan, there's a scientific park there, or further eastern to Pingdong.
That's right.
And so to build a greater Kaohsiung area that would be much, much more convenient to the citizens and, of course, the tourists.
This Red Line also connect with the Kaohsiung airport and also the Taiwan Rapid Rail, right?
Oh, yes. This is actually the first MRT system in Taiwan built to connect almost everything, including airports. That is the connection of the international terminal and domestic terminal. Both. High-speed railway system and Taiwan Railway. And of course, Kaohsiung is a harbor city.
That's right.
And we got island, Chijing Island. So the MRT system also connects to ferry stations.
So sea, land, and also
land,
air.
Everything. So this is the first multi-functional MRT system already in Taiwan. So we're very proud of it.
So a lot of people using that kind of system to transit and make connections already?
Yes, it is actually particularly the Red Line. That is the best choice so far in terms of transportation. If you fly to Kaohsiung by plane, you just take the MRT from Shaogang Airport all the way to city center, less than 7 minutes. If you arrive in Kaohsiung by high-speed railway, again, less than 10 minutes, so you will be traveling between Zuoying and the city center, let's say Central Park Station. Also very cheap, I would say. It's about $30 NT, traveling between Zuoying to center of Kaohsiung. Again, another $25 from airport to the city center. So that is really revolutionary. It's a big change, and particularly now, green issue and the environmental protection concepts is in place. we really love to see more passengers or more people taking MRT. It would be more convenient and also more efficient.
Yeah, Taipei has the MRT for years, and people get used to this system in Taipei. How different is your system from the Taipei MRT?
In terms of the hardware, I won't see there are big, great differences. But in terms of the convenience of design, a bit more friendly to the users. In the train itself, we call rolling stock. We got more like hand holders, and it's more space for people to stand or sit. But I think I would like to say that is the people service and a bit more hospitality, and also big feature of the Kaohsiung MRT is we have public arts.
We'll talk about it later. So in general, the Kaohsiung MRT is more friendly to the users.
Yes, we know maybe that we have equipped the most advanced technology and systems, softwares, etc. However, if you would like to attract more people to take your service, then you really have to be the best in the quality of the service. So we have trained our staff to be very friendly. And you will see this one difference. For example, you won't see many people waiting in front of the service desk, right? In Taipei Metro. But in Kaohsiung, sometimes it's a kind of long queue for people to get service from, we call PAO, is a Passenger Assistance Office. We would try. We love to serve people personally. So even you just want to purchase a single journey token or just an iPass card, which you actually can purchase from the machines. However, the people in Kaohsiung would prefer dealing with this personally.
That's right.
So the station staff would be more willing and also quite happy to help. And also the inquiries in the early stage of the MRT operation, and that actually also requires our service staff to provide a bit more help. So in this way, some friends from Taipei, I see this long queue waiting in Kaohsiung MRT station. They cannot believe what they have seen. So why do people just get get the tickets from the machines themselves? Why they just bothered to get help personally from the PAO? Well, this is the difference.
It's more humane, right?
Yes, yes.
And also, I think you must have visited other places, other countries, to see what we can learn from other countries, metros, underground subways, and so on. So what would be the country you would say that would be a good model for Taiwan to learn from?
I would say Hong Kong. Hong Kong MRT is one of the very few MRT corporations who makes money. It was a very profitable organization. There are a lot that we can learn from, not just the passenger service itself, but also the land development and other aligned commercial activities or programs. They are quite good at it. They manage to develop the land and poverty's booming growth very profitable way along the MRT lines. It's such a small area in Hong Kong, but it's got quite comprehensive MRT network.
That's right.
They also are successful in operating the property management along the MRT lines. That is something we have to learn as KRTs in Kaohsiung. The passengers quantities in Kaohsiung are not really much, really. And also in terms of the transportation habits in Kaohsiung, it still takes time to develop and to grow the passengers' numbers. But we cannot just rely on the passenger service or the ticket sales as the sole revenue source. We have to source something else to increase the revenue. Otherwise, it would be a bit challenging, I would say.
Right. And Taipei, they operate the MRT for many years already. Have you also learned anything, mistakes or any things that from Taipei MRT?
Yes. In fact, not only Hong Kong MRT we have learned from. Taipei MRT also is one of our consultant teams. We have learned the integrated system, signaling system, and communication systems, which we in Kaohsiung we operate in the integrated ways. In Taipei, I understand they are operated from various suppliers of contractors. So in Kaohsiung, we will try to just have one or integrated system provider, which is the Siemens of Germany. Also, we have learned a bit ideas from Taipei about the marketing activities. We have offered free ride programs in a bit more longer period of time. In Taipei, in the beginning of the operation, it only offered, let's say, 2 days free ride programs. However, in Kaohsiung, we offered whole months. It's 30 days free ride programs.
How many people took the free ride in a month's time?
Over 7 million passengers. And many of them are came from other cities and other countries. They all feel excited about it, and most of them are senior passengers. I was particularly impressed by one occasion when I was on site working. There was an 83-year-old lady with 4 generations of her children on her birthday.
I see.
And she wanted to take MRT, and she told me if she didn't take it at that time, she didn't know when she would take it. So when I knew this, I talked to the train driver. I said, right, we have a big star here today. Okay, could we sing happy birthday? So I managed to use the intercom system in the train, and I just sing happy birthday, and so many people in the trains are all cheerful and happy. Right? And yes, the old lady was in tears at the end. That is something that probably won't be seen in Taipei MRT system. We learned we offered a bit more longer period of time for free ride, so that more people could experience it. And also because it's a brand new system in the southern part of Taiwan, so we would like to take this opportunity to educate or to share the concepts or correct ways of taking MRT services. So during the interaction a period of time, we also managed to get some real feedback from the passengers in terms of the solutions or the rooms for further improvement. So we learned a lot.
So speaking about feedbacks, when we come back, we'll talk about citizens' feedbacks and how are they impressed by the success of Kaohsiung MRT. And don't go away, we'll be back after these messages.